6 weeks into this breakup and I'm still crying every day. That is so embarrassing. Cast a spell on me. Tell me the secret to heal really fast because I would love to take a shortcut and maybe like a hypnotist or something can help me forget about everything. That'll be great.
6 weeks later, the breakup still feels painfully fresh, and moving on seems almost impossible.
So let me get this straight. You guys think that if a guy spends a lot of money on a dinner, a woman has to put out?
A heated dating debate begins with one controversial question. Does paying for an expensive dinner create expectations of intimacy?
Hey! What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Back up a little bit, please.
No,
Don't get near me.
I was coming to like eat or something. I didn't know you were home.
What do you mean you're coming here to eat? Sadie, I kicked you out.
I mean, I used to live here.
That doesn't mean you get to come back here and
So some of
break
that
into my
food-
house through my
some of
back,
that food
through my
upstairs is
downstairs
mine.
door.
Some of that food is mine.
How did you know to come through the downstairs door? Because I can't
used
I can't
to
lock it.
live here.
Well, I didn't know you knew about that. You cheated on me. That's the real
Yeah,
problem.
how do you think I did it? I just came to eat, dude.
What do you mean, how do you think you did it? You used that fucking door to go cheat on me?
I didn't come here to argue. I just literally came here to eat.
You're not eating my food.
Some of it's mine.
You've been gone for over a month now.
Yeah, I still got some stuff in the freezer and like the pantry and stuff.
You're not, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You need to get out right now.
No,
Right?
dude.
Absolutely
I just
right
walked
now.
here.
Come on.
I don't even have shoes on.
More than a month after being kicked out for allegedly cheating, she returned as if the home was still partly hers. But what she described as a simple visit for food quickly reopened the betrayal that ended their relationship.
When a woman leaves a relationship, it's all fun, fine, and dandy at the beginning. It seems like she's the one who's living it up. Oh yeah, I've relinquished my energy from this man. Finally free again. The streets are glad to have me back. They think the grass is greener on the other side. They get a bench, look over the fence. It's dust. She's watching her single friends who don't have any commitment, and they're being influenced by all these other women. Now you say that you were lacking the fun, you were lacking the excitement out of the relationship. You decide that you're going to take a step back and go and be out there in these streets. And now they're looking at you as a sneaky link. They're looking at you as a fun time. And now here you are, it was your idea, and you've given somebody else the opportunity that you are now looking for, which you already had.
Leaving can feel like freedom at first, but sometimes the reality of starting over doesn't match the fantasy. And by the time regret sets in, the relationship and the person they left behind may have already moved on.
Your last breakup, was it your fault or theirs? 100% my fault. It was the first time I dated someone after I called off my wedding, and I was just really excited to just like date casually, and I just like really fell for him. So for months I was like, I don't want to date you, you're not my boyfriend, and I was pretty not nice to him. And then I was like, okay, we can date, and I was just like really in love with him, but I really didn't want to be in love. So I was really lashing out and acting like a little kid, and I would cheat on him all the time and tell him, and then he would stay with me, and then I lost respect for him, and I was just a mess. He was really nice to me all the time, even when I was horrible.
How does that make you feel?
It's like one of my only regrets in life was how I treated him. Yeah, it makes me like really sad because he was like a really good guy.
Can I have your name and where you're from?
Emily, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
She admits she repeatedly pushed away someone who treated her well, only realizing the damage after the relationship was gone. What began as fear of commitment turned into betrayal, lost respect, and eventually one of her biggest regrets.
My wife wants to stop divorce now that her friend has ghosted her. About 5 years ago, I cheated on my wife. We went to therapy and she forgave me, or so I thought. I did think we were happy afterwards, but she was not. She never told me that she wasn't. A few months ago, her friend Sarah come literally knocking our front door in the middle of the night. Her husband cheated on her as well. She was devastated and obviously confused about what to do. She lived with us for a month, and I told her that if she wants to make it work, she can, because we did. But my wife would badmouth Sarah's husband, which he deserved. He is an asshole. Finally, she had this outburst. She said, "It's never the same after your partner has cheated." Sarah got defensive and told her that she also stayed and she doesn't get to lecture her. My wife said she has never been happy after that and that she wished she had left me but didn't have the courage to leave. I left for a walk because what else was I supposed to do? Fair enough, man. When I came back after a few hours, my wife said she wants to talk. I asked her if she wants a divorce and she said yes, and that Sarah is going to leave her husband. I moved out next week and Sarah went back to her husband a few days later. Immediately, she contacted me because she started having her doubts. Her husband is a dick. He is loud, obnoxious, and just not a good company. I never liked him, to be honest. I asked her why is she asking me, and she said that she is having doubts. She told me her husband is abusive towards her, and he pushes her and threatened her, etc. Asked if he can change, and I didn't know what to say to her. We met a few times after that. Mostly she talked and I listened. Each time I realized she was talking herself into the idea of actually leaving her husband. When she eventually realized that she needs to leave, she went to talk to my wife and apologized to her for not listening to her. Now my wife wants me to come back to our house. I asked her why. She said she loves me and misses me. I didn't buy it, so I didn't go back. Sarah and I met again and I asked her what is going on with my wife. Sarah told me that my wife was asking to hang out with her and she didn't have the time. She had the time to meet me, so I pushed on it. Sarah finally confessed that my wife has become pushy and clingy and it makes her not want to hang out with her. She doesn't like that Sarah and I meet. Doesn't like is a milder version. She gets furious. I would too. Sorry. Because I was the one who was pushing her to go back with her husband. So she was right and I was wrong. And she doesn't understand why she would choose me over her. Weird. So basically, Sarah ghosted her and now she feels lonely and she wants to get back together. But that doesn't change anything. She is still not over my cheating and I don't know if I want to work on it more.
She chose divorce, believing a new chapter would bring freedom. But when the friendship she relied on disappeared, she suddenly wanted her husband back. The problem was that years of unresolved betrayal hadn't vanished, and loneliness alone couldn't repair what was already broken. Now, reconciliation is on the table, but he's questioning whether returning would actually fix anything.
I get divorced in 30 minutes.
I get divorced in 20 minutes. This is awful. I know I shouldn't be sad, but wow. Oh my god, I'm such an ugly crier. I look so Jewish from the side. I am Jewish, but still. I literally thought I was gonna be okay and I feel freaking weird. I don't want to ruin my makeup, but I need to curl my hair so I don't look like an FBI agent at court. Sometimes when you have a low bun, you can look like an agent. Hopefully one day when I'm remarried, I can laugh at this. All right, here we go.
That brings us back to Hogan.
No, honestly, I just don't want anything to do with him. I just want it to be done. It's 9:56 on September the 5th, and I am officially divorced.
It is. We're going to call this as your second birthday after your birthday.
Thanks, Dad.
September the 5th. Today is the day to remember. Today, September the 5th, is the day Victoria got delivered.
Minutes before her divorce became official, the emotions finally hit, proving that even when you know it's over, letting go can still hurt. But once the papers were finalized, heartbreak gave way to acceptance as she marked the beginning of a completely new chapter.
My husband is currently packing his bags and also packing our kids' stuff because he is going to leave to another state, all because I cheated on him with a mutual friend. My husband and I have been together for a while. No, I don't think there was any issues in the relationship or marriage whatsoever. I actually thought our life was pretty perfect, but then I decided to talk to one of our mutual friends and one thing led to another. I think I was just really tired of the fact that my husband was constantly working to make sure that we had a roof over our heads and to make sure that everything was paid. And so I just felt very lonely. So I decided that I was just going to message his friend, you know, just like we are friends, nothing else. That was it. And then all of a sudden it just led to something else. I mean, at least I had the balls to actually tell my husband what was going on because I could have kept it from him. You know, I could have just moved on without telling him shit. After I told him, I was very surprised about his reaction because he was not freaking out or panicking. He just said, okay, and then he said he was going to pack his shit and go, but he was also going to take the kids. He was very demure, if I can say that word. I guess I just thought he was going to accept the fact that I was cheating on him and then we could just move on and, you know, continue with our perfect lives. But no, he instead chose that he wants to actually leave with our kids, and now I'm panicking.
She admits cheating with a mutual friend, but says she never expected the confession to actually end her marriage. While she believed they could simply move past the betrayal, her husband quietly started packing. And suddenly, the consequences became real. Now that he's preparing to leave, she's realizing that admitting the truth doesn't guarantee forgiveness or another chance.
The dilemma is that since we separated, he has thrived. 2 years ago, I ended my marriage.
Oh.
Nobody did anything wrong. It just fizzled out, and I thought life would be better and easier alone. The split was amicable, and he's a great dad to our son.
That's nice.
The dilemma is that since we separated, he has thrived. He's lost loads of weight, he's got new friends, and he seems happier, healthier, and in a better mood than when we were married. My son tells me about his travels and the new hobbies that he has. I haven't really moved on since the split. Everything is exactly the same. I just now don't have a husband and all the jobs are on me. I basically feel as unhappy as I did before I instigated the separation. I feel like maybe I got it wrong and maybe the issue was me and not the marriage itself. I created this mess and now I don't know how to move on. I mean, that sounds really fucking hard.
She ended the marriage believing life would be better alone. But 2 years later, her ex is thriving while she feels stuck in the same place. Watching him become happier without her forced and uncomfortable realization, maybe the marriage wasn't the only problem. Now she's left questioning a decision she can't simply undo.
I've been married for 11 years. We're getting a divorce.
When did you initiate the divorce?
I didn't. He did.
Oh, he's divorcing you. Okay. When did he initiate the divorce?
In December?
So 6 months ago?
Yep.
How long have you been separated?
6 months.
I'm a bit confused here. Your current relationship, though, how did you meet him?
Work.
Ah, interesting. So to be clear, you got a divorce 6 months ago. You've been separated 6 months ago. You've been in a relationship for 6 months. Were you cheating on your husband?
Yes.
Inspector Gadget over here. And Sherlock Holmes
Just
shit.
connected, eh?
Which one of you was the breadwinner?
He was.
You guys were living together?
Yep.
Did he kick you out?
Yep.
And then you went to the affair partner's house immediately. So the marriage was otherwise good, you said?
Yeah.
He treated you well?
Yep.
There's no abuse?
No.
Why did you cheat?
It got boring.
You were bored.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, you're not exactly bound, full of charisma yourself, but
I know, I don't.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know.
Which one has the bigger?
The new guy.
That's why she's not bored. After 11 years of marriage, she admits an affair ended what she describes as an otherwise stable relationship, all because she felt bored. 6 months later, her husband has filed for divorce, and the choices that once seemed exciting have come with permanent consequences. Sometimes chasing something new means losing something you never realized you'd miss until it was gone.
I want you to apologize for convincing me to divorce my husband and then instantly dating him. First of all, it was like months after you guys were divorced. We have this 3-year relationship, you and I. I told you, and we had these really intense conversations about you going through this divorce. You guys were not a good match. There was no intention of getting with him. We went out to dinner. We went out to drinks. You got to know him. And that's when you started really telling me that there were problems. I don't think that's a coincidence. No, it is a coincidence.
Lauren, Megan shared with us that you would tell her how unhealthy it was, how much she needed to get out of the situation, and that you told her to throw out the trash, and now you are with the man that you called trash.
That is, yeah, okay, I'll give her that. He reached out to me on social media. I was like, oh, he's a real person. It's like you get to know them outside of the situation.
You think it was a them dynamic, not a him issue?
Yes. You couldn't tell me that you were going out with my husband. I had to find out from friends. He asked me not to. You were broken up with him. We got together months later. It's not a violation of trust. You met him when we were together. You were my friend. Now I haven't heard from you for months because you've been hiding this from me. Tell me, when you met him the first time, did you think he was good looking? Of course he's good looking, but it doesn't mean I wanted to hit on him right then because he was still with you. The right thing to do would have been to tell me immediately, unless you were being shady and doing stuff before. Megan, I am sorry for not reaching out to you and tell you, but I am not sorry for having a relationship with your ex.
She says her friend encouraged her to end the marriage, only to later start dating the very man she was told to leave. What followed was a bitter confrontation over friendship, loyalty, and whether the relationship truly began only after the divorce. For her, losing a husband was painful enough, but discovering her friend had moved on with him made the betrayal feel even deeper.
Even though I don't want to be with him anymore, there is a part of me that wants him to still want to be with me. And when I kind of think about like what gets me upset or why am I so sad about certain things, of him wanting to also go through with the divorce, if I don't want to be with him. My problem is not that I don't value myself or I don't have self-love. I think if I didn't, I would continue to be in this relationship. And I feel like this found awareness of myself and the self-love has brought me to this point of wanting to get the divorce and move on and find someone or many someones that fulfill me, more.
Sound like that man about to be free, and you can go out to the streets and find those many someones you want to find.
She says she no longer wants the marriage, but admits part of her still wants her husband to want her. The contradiction reveals a difficult reality of divorce. Sometimes letting someone go is easier than accepting they're ready to let you go too.
I left the man that I loved for the man that I deserve. Yeah. I was in a relationship for 10 years and decided to leave that relationship because he was no longer the man of my dreams. Yeah. He was a good boyfriend and he never cheated on me, and we were good to each other, but when it came to alignment and what I deserved and what I wanted and saw for myself and my future kids, I wanted to give my kids the best possible father I could, as well as like the best possible life I could give them. And love is not enough for that. So I left. It took me years of contemplation, but now I am in pursuit of finding the man of my dreams again and somebody who will give my children and me the best possible life. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you want, it's about what you deserve and what you plan on giving yourself. Because you're young, you're hot, you might as well live your best possible life, especially the one life that you have, the one body that you have, the one time period that you have. Don't waste it away on settling.
After 10 years with a man she still describes as loving and faithful, she walked away because she believed love alone wasn't enough for the future she wanted. Now she's searching for what she believes she truly deserves. But leaving a good relationship in pursuit of something better is always a gamble.